What's going on, everybody? In this video, I wanted to do a deep dive into Kaspa and give you a ton of information and a ton of things to consider. So some of the things we're going to highlight in this video, I'm going to give you my 5 reasons why I'm so bullish on Kaspa now moving forward into the next bull market. In addition to that, we're going to talk about just how strong this community is, take a look at some things over on Lunar Crush. We're also going to take a look at the price action, where I'm looking to add more to my Kaspa bags. And we're also going to talk about what a legendary trader has said about Kaspa relatively recently. All of that in this video. So jam-packed for you, a ton of insights and information. If you guys like the sounds of that, smash that like button for us. Subscribe down below. We're talking about Kaspa. We're talking about all major altcoins out there, macroeconomic factors, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So this is a channel that you can count on to show up every single day. And if you like the sounds of that, again, subscribe down below. Definitely hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any other videos. Now, I recently just sent this tweet, so it doesn't have a ton of exposure yet, but I'm assuming this thing will blow up because I know how strong the community is with Kaspa. Again, just sent this, and I want to start right here. 5 reasons why I'm bullish on Kaspa. And this is a good place to start because these aren't the only reasons, but they're probably the biggest reasons why I decided to open up a position recently in Kaspa at about 4.5 cents. And I know that that's really close to the all-time high. I'm aware of that. That's why I opened up a very small position. Later on in the video, we're going to talk about the ranges where I'm going to look to accumulate more Kaspa if and when we do dial back a little bit. It is a possibility, and I'm fine with it because I'll be looking to add to my bags at various levels. Now, starting here, 5 reasons why I'm bullish on Kaspa. Number 1, strong community. This is so crucial, especially with new tokens, new coins in the crypto space. Having a strong community is so important, right? And this community is unbelievably strong, okay? I mean, I'll post something on X, which, I kind of know where my engagements usually go. And usually when I post something about Kaspa, it just blows away anything else I can post about right now. So Lunar Crush shows us that too, when they look at, some of the interactions that Kaspa has. It's just absolutely insane. It's always near the top of the list. One of the top 15 cryptos pretty much has been there all year long. So Lunar Crush is kind of a website that allows us to kind of look at social ranking. And they're one of the top cryptos. Keep in mind, Kaspa's new as well, right? So number 2 is strong tokenomics. And when we take a look at the tokenomics, the circulating supply versus the total supply, we're about 70% tokens out there circulating, and in the next couple years we'll slowly get to about 90%. All of these tokenomics look really strong for an upward performance for Kaspa once we get back into a bull run. Although you guys know this layer 1 has been crushing it even throughout this bear market, but I do think when you look at the valuation of Kaspa right now, at 1 billion, I think you can put this right up there with some of the other top L1s that have launched that are bigger market caps right now. Maybe going a little bit unnoticed is Kaspa right now. I think eventually that will change. And I could see this thing, I think it should be valued around 3-4 billion right now, Kaspa, right? So you're talking about a 3-4x from here, sitting at 5 cents. You could start to do the math on that. 15 to 20 cents would probably be a fair valuation right now of Kaspa, okay? It's, just below 5 cents right now. But because it's went up so fast, I do think there's a possibility of a pullback. That's why I'm not going all in just yet, right? And we'll talk about that later on in the video. The strong tokenomics. Number 3 is it's the best performing asset in this bear market. It's not even close, right? It has been going up quite a bit since May is really when it started to heat up for Kaspa. We'll take a look at that here in just a little bit. But it's been by far the best performing asset in the top 100 this year. Number 4, it's a proof of work crypto. And this is bullish for a couple different reasons. It's very similar to how Bitcoin was built. A lot of people will flock to that because we've seen proof of stake. While it's a good concept, a good idea on the surface, it hasn't necessarily taken off just yet. A lot of people will flock to proof of work cryptos before proof of stake. And I mentioned this already, kind of talked about the valuation at 1 billion. It's just undervalued. I don't think it's a fair valuation for what they bring to the table, their tokenomics, their actual tech, and what they're trying to do. So Kaspa, these are the 5 reasons why I'm bullish on it heading into the future. So with that being said, let's talk about what this legendary trader had to say about Kaspa. And this is Peter Brandt. A legendary trader, has gotten heavy into crypto, had a couple things to say about Kaspa. He has commented on the price action of KAS, the native coin itself, and the L1 solution. So people on Twitter in the Kaspa community were asking Brandt to comment about KAS and what he thought. And Brandt draws his inference from gains posted by KAS so far in the year, noting the coin was up 20-fold in less than a year. He added that being a proof of work crypto might be positive for KAS. He says definitely in a strong bull trend, up 20-fold in less than a year. It's a POW coin. That is a positive in my opinion. Brandt responded by sharing KAS USDT daily chart. At the time of the writing, it said KAS was up 6%. This was made back in August. You can see it was just over 4 cents when he discussed it the first time. And they kind of talked about the valuation. At that time, it was $834 million. Now it's a little over $1 billion. So just as a friendly reminder, Kaspa is built on the GoStag protocol, guys. This is a generalization of the Bitcoin consensus algorithm. A lot of people flock to this idea because of this connection, right? And the native token KAS is used for all on-chain transactions to distribute mining rewards. Kaspa is a proof of work crypto, meaning it is being mined, and it aims to be the fastest and purest proof of work consensus engine. Reached a historic milestone in June as it did achieve an unprecedented 10 blocks per second, but they've got their eyes on even more unprecedented speed and scalability into the future. So that's what Peter Brandt had to say about it. Now, let's go over here. I've got the XRP chart, but we're going to change that and go over to Kaspa. And we're going to take a look at some things that I've created here on my TradingView chart. Okay, so this is our Kaspa chart, our one-day chart. And really, the big uptrend started back in May, as we mentioned earlier. We did have a huge uptrend beginning of the year and also started last year. And then obviously, we were still down here at a half a cent to start the year. Had a big run up all the way to 3 cents. And then sold back off to around a 1 cent again. And then that's when the rally really started back in late May for Kaspa. And this is what I'm looking at now. Okay, so we've seen here since May, we have just done an unbelievable job of creating higher highs, lower lows. So right here, higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low. So this is awesome to watch, right? And recently on this lower low, I accumulated some Kaspa right here at the 4.1 level. Before then, I accumulated right in here at about the 4.5. And I know this is at the top of the chart. Right now, we have not been able to blow past 5 cents. That has been our strong resistance. And we do have, a double top here forming. And again, technical analysis is not the end-all be-all. It never is, never will be, but it is a tool. It is a tool that we have to pay attention to. And one of the things that people say when there's a double top, the more you get kind of pushed down here at this resistance, the more likely it is that we're going to get some downward pressure. Now, we did get a little bit of downward pressure back down to the 4.1 level. Again, I accumulated here. But the first key level that I'm watching for, if we get somewhat of a pullback, an actual pullback that would be a little bit deeper than this, would be at this resistance level right here at the 3.3 level, guys. This would be my level to accumulate a pretty large chunk of Kaspa if and when we came back down to this 3.3 level, okay? After that, if for whatever reason we broke down further, the next level I'm eyeing is right at about 2 cents. Following that, the next level, a little bit over 1 cent at the 1.36 level, 1.35 level. And again, do we have a crystal ball? Absolutely not. Are we saying that Kaspa is definitely going to come down to these levels? Absolutely not. However, given how strong of an uptrend we have seen, given where the macro environment is of our markets, I would say it's more likely that Kaspa pulls back than, let's say, doubles in price in this environment. I would be shocked, but I would also be pumped because I do have some skin in the game, right? But I mean, let's really think about the situation we're in, right? It's not an environment where altcoins are pumping. It's not an environment where any crypto project has a ton of liquidity, right? Like, that's what we're missing right now. We just don't have the liquidity in the markets. So it's more likely that we get a pullback, just being realistic here. It's more likely that we get a pullback, especially given that we know we have a strong resistance created here at 5 cents. It's more likely we get a pullback here eventually, at least I think to this 3.3 level, than we get a, moon run all the way to 8, 9, 10 cents. Again, I could be wrong, but I am waiting to really load the boat at this 3.3 level. And here's the thing, if we come down to this 3.3 level and show strength, meaning we bounce off this 3.3 level like we did back in early September, this is really going to validate some things for Kaspa and make that accumulation that much sweeter at that 3.3 level. So that's what I'm looking at right now with KAS. Hopefully this video finds you well and it gives you some things to think about. We covered a lot here. The 5 reasons why I'm bullish on Kaspa, just how big it's been when we look at, social engagement. Lunar Crush has continued to put Kaspa up top. The tokenomics are really, really solid for us moving forward. And, we're about 70% of the supply out there right now, give or take. And in the next couple of years, we'll be somewhere in around the 90% range. Here's where I'm looking to accumulate more Kaspa. And we also covered what legendary trader Peter Brandt has said about Kaspa in recent months. So if you got some value out of this video, let me know in the comment section. Also, let me know by hitting that like button and subscribing down below. I appreciate you guys so much. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.